out here plucking away at doing a little bit of stuff to Jess's car. I got the flex fuel sensor wire ran over to here, wherever it's at. Yeah, right here. I got a whole, it's 12 foot long, so I got a whole bunch of it tied up right there. I'm not real sure exactly where it's gonna go, but I'm probably gonna put it right here in the return going to the regulator. Here's the flex fuel sensor. Said I'm not 100% sure of where I am going to put it just yet. I got to get fittings though to adapt wherever I put it. Hopefully it don't look too awful bad wherever I put it though. But depending on how the power steering pump works, I was thinking of putting it like right in this area, coming off of the T right there, which I can kick it out if need be, or do something different right here to be able to fit it in. I don't know. We'll see how it goes whenever the time comes. I also need to get a throttle bracket for it. Old Super Tough zip tie's been doing their thing for a little while. I imagine they'll break at some point. But yeah, I got an ICT power steering pump bracket I'm putting on, and then got the flex fuel sensor kit with the harness and the sensor through Big 3 Racing. Rick Trunkett took care of me. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. Hopefully we can get this thing on E85 and be able to not have to worry about only having E85. Huh?
I'll work on my schoolwork and then I'll see you.
All right. That's how you get to the bottom of a bad situation.
Rip it all out.
Some side cuts.
That's where your override, isn't it? Yeah, stage 1, stage 2.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
We are in the barn with cars. Yeah, we're getting some stuff done. I don't know if I said it, but granted this isn't all put away where it's supposed to be. This is all changing. But now this right here is the coil harness. That's all it's needed for the coil harness. It kicks out right here, plugs into the coils. Same over there. That was that big conglomeration of stuff that was hanging right there. Caleb and Joey's been hard at it when they can be here. It's a lot of trying to decipher what is going on and get it planned out. We do know that I think it's this plug. This whole plug's going away. Everything will now run out of this one and the Fuel Tech pass through, or bulkhead, sorry. So that one will come out. Still got some cleaning up to do. All the nitrous has Deutsch plugs on it now, and that will come through here and connect in nice and neatly. The inside is coming very horrifically. As in, Joey's got like hours of sitting here trying to wrap his mind around what's what and what goes where. And I think what they've come up with A lot of it's just going to get cut out. Cut it out, start over. We haven't opened up anything to the back of the car, half afraid to. From what we've seen up here, just all the different colors of wires butt connected and the connectors pulling apart and stuff like that. But eventually it's going to happen just for peace of mind and to make sure that everything's secure. But pretty sure everything for the most is going to get cut out and redone. I'm going to try and utilize what wires we can and reuse them because it is all new. It is all paid for. But aside from that, it's just slow going, trying to figure it out. I've got all the faith in the world in these two guys. Don't know what they're doing, so, and they're doing it right here. They're not afraid for me to be here. I can help. Like, it's nice. The back of the car, once the front of the car is completed, then I think we're going to look at the back of the car and check it over real good. We do have some, some relays in the back that we're going to redo just because the pins are really loose and it's just open. Like there's open powers hanging out in the middle of the atmosphere back there. So we are going to get that. They are put in there nicely. It's just the connectors that was used we don't really agree with. If it kisses the wall and moves over any, it's just gonna hit something metal and arc out, probably catch on fire. Jerry with Bunker Hill is coming back tomorrow. He couldn't make it this past weekend, got really busy, but the plans are for him to come back tomorrow, and he's gonna finish up the funny car cage. So that will be done. We're gonna go ahead and patch up the holes, the existing holes, and the floor, and any other welding we can think of while he's here. I mean, that's really all I've got on this right now. Like I said, it's slow going. They both have jobs, they both have families, and I get that. So I have been pricking around with Jessa's car and not really getting anywhere with it. But I am learning some stuff. Like I have learned a little bit of stuff about the Holly part. Still not real fluent with it, but I am figuring out how to make changes and the differences that they're making, and the repetitious of me going in and just moving around is definitely helping. I'm hoping that it helps me with the fuel tech as well, as far as going into the computer and maneuvering around in this, I guess, EFI setup atmosphere, I guess you could say. I don't really know. So that's kind of where we're at.
Not to interrupt where you're
No,
at
go
on
ahead.
that, but I did want to add something. Caleb and Joey, when they started on the wiring Sunday, I believe it was, they came out about 1 o'clock. I don't know what time you guys finished that night. Was it around 10 or 11? Or was
Yeah, I think it was.
So they were out here Sunday from 1 to 10 or 11, and then they've been out here one day during the week, and they've kind of got a lot done in the short amount of time they've been here.
It just don't show. The coil harness got done. They got that done relatively quick because they had looked at it and had a plan. Once that was done and kind of breaking into the inside of the car, it's just slow going. You can't dive in not knowing. You have to try and figure out what's going where, and it's just, I mean, it's legitimately a spaghetti mess. There's just stuff, it looks like it was thrown in there, pulled over, connected, and kicked out of the way. It's just all intertwined and tied up, and so just trying to figure that out is going to take time. Once they've got it figured out, I don't think it will take real long to actually do the work. It's just trying to figure it out. Everybody knows, I think, that it's way harder to go in and try to fix something after it's been fablobbled, or whatever you want to call this. The time is in their hands. It is what it is. It takes as long as it takes, as long as it gets done correctly, and I believe that it's going to get done correctly. All the faith in the world.
And also, too, you're here while they're working on it.
Yeah.
Your eyes are on it. You know what's being done.
And honestly, I'm probably slowing them down because I do ask questions.
So you're getting educated.
Getting called stupid a lot. No, I'm kidding. But trying to educate, and like I know how to run wires. I know how to put wires together. I know how to route shit. It's the knowing and feeling confident that they're hooked up correctly to the right wire and everything's run correctly is where I have my issues. So I'm going to be involved in the wiring of it. I'm not just going to stand here and slobber down my face. So that makes me feel better too, because I will be a part of it one way or another. And neither one of them mind, like whenever Jerry and I was working on the cage, everybody just worked good together, stayed out of each other's way. It was just nice to have a crew going at it, I guess. So if all goes well, we'll make some progress on this beast, and possibly get Jess's car out and beat on it. Whether it's on E85 or not, I do not know yet. I feel comfortable with the 93 gas tune.
Let's go take a look at it.
It's just not, I don't know where it's going to be competitive. So
And see what you've been up to.
a whole lot of screwing stuff up, I think. Well, I do have, which I don't know if anything's been said, I got the flex fuel sensor on it. I've had 3-4 belts now and none of them work. I got the power steering on it, which there's a little bit of video of. Lines are all hooked up. It is full. There was a brake line that was leaking that I found. Fixed it, bled all the brakes. And a lot of just been playing with the computer, kind of going, I got a bullshit E85 guess tune or what. I've never run E85 in anything, so just guessing on what stuff could be. And I've been going in, putting that E85 tune in, and then switching it over to the 93 gas tune, and learning how to find it and switch the tunes and all that stuff, because I don't want to leave it on E85 just to sit around. If it don't get driven for a long time, it kind of messes stuff up. So I'll put gas in it, or if there's not a gas station that has E85, we can put gas in it and drive it at least. So all the brakes are working. It's got E85 in it now, and it does run. I'm just not confident in a whole lot of it. The injectors I don't think are big. I know these probably aren't big enough by the book, by all the apps or whatever it is you go on, you type the stuff in. It should be good enough for 700, a little over 700. They're Bosch 110s. I do have a set of the Ford Bosch white top 160s. I'm thinking about putting in it, but I've been advised to put 210s in it, that they're a real good all-around injector and it will leave room to grow. I don't know how much a Gen 3 stock 5.3 will handle. I don't think it will handle much more than 800 for very long. So I think the 160s will be enough as long as they work out. And I don't want this thing at 800 horse. I want it to last. So, but we are going to go try to race it, I think, this weekend. And it has a 331 gear and a 176 power glide in it. So we'll be racing in first gear.
Where do we plan on going?
You tell us where we plan on going. You want me to hold that on you?
No.
You give us a...
No, not today.
But I believe we're planning on going to KD. This car's never been to KD. I've never had it down KD. I feel like it should go down it pretty good. The suspension might not be right though. There's no adjustability. It's got Lakewood 9010s on the front, stock shocks on the back with think those are big block springs. they're real stiff on the front. I actually sold the struts and set the setup that was on it, and then while it didn't have an engine and everything in it, I just stuffed these on it and they ended up staying on it. So yeah, we're gonna go try our hand and just have fun. I have zero expectations of doing any good in a class. If I can even get in one small tire, I'll get my head kicked in.
We gonna take the open trailer?
Yeah, more than likely.
And that's as long as it's not a washout or
Yeah,
soggy
as long
mess.
as it doesn't rain. So my plans are the open trailer, just old school it. Don't have all the stuff to worry about. It's a turbo car, so I should be able to be in my Crocs in the pits with a bottle of water and a little umbrella sticking out of it, I think is what those guys told me whenever they was trying to get me to go turbo a long time ago. But we'll find out. That's all I can say. Hopefully it don't blow up. Be another one down.
Surprise.
All right. I do want to remind everybody that we have the transmission, the 4L80 transmission waffle still going on. It did gain some traction. Appreciate everybody that's gotten in it. But there's still plenty of spots to fill.
So if any of you are waiting on your first of the month check, there should probably be a few spots to get into on that
Oh,
one.
absolutely. There's no way. I can't say there's no way, but I don't think it will fill before the beginning of the month. So the transmission's first place, second place is cash, third place is cash, and fourth place is a gift bag. So there's 4 opportunities to win something that is of a good bit more value than the entry. Love to get it out of the way and move on to what's next. So
You can find that on our Raggedy Ann Facebook page.
yeah, you can find that on our Raggedy Ann. We need like Post-it cards or whatever,
Want me
real
to
big
stand
like
here,
yeah.
the poster boards, or cue cards.
Yeah, you can find that on the Raggedy Ann Facebook page. We're trying to figure out other ways, and we are, at this point, it's been going on for so long, we're accepting other avenues of entering. As far as when it originally came out, we wanted it to be post on the original post to get in it, and it was like slicks in water. It went nowhere. So we can be messaged or any way of contacting us. We're gonna get people in it and get this thing going.
However, if your name's not on the list and you don't see it on the list, please reach out and let me know. That means I've missed it somewhere.
Yeah, because there is several ways that they're coming in, and it's hard to see all of them sometimes. It's really a tough gig.